If you're somebody who owns the AutoTune Artist perpetual license and you're like, hey, is it worth it to jump into AutoTune 2026? Well, this is the video for you. Let's go ahead and compare how it looks as well as how it sounds. For AutoTune Artist, we can see that it actually looks like it has life. It looks like a piece of hardware. You have this gray, other gray here, and the new one gray. Why is everything gray? Matter of fact, in Antares AutoTune 8, it was all white and looks so nice. But that's not to say that AutoTune 2026, which I'll just be calling 26, is not a bad look. Look at this. It does have little two tones of gray there, even there. You see it barely. And it does illuminate when you put your mouse over the buttons. See even a knob. If you are like a grandma or something, you don't have glasses and you just need to see bigger, better, they have the option to go ahead and do that. Not really all that possible on AutoTune Artist, not even in the settings. See how these things are so small? The next thing to notice is the actual tuning visualizer. You can see it's more straightforward, negative, positive, rather than a circular shape that they were doing over here. Again, with the modernization thing. But if we take a look at the flex tune knob and I adjust it on the artist, you can see nothing really changes visually. However, if I adjust it on 26, you can see the fine tuning here. Other options, we have the pitch tracking is in the settings knob instead of on front. I guess they want to just make options like less available so it looks more pleasing to the eye. The edit notes function is so much more optimized. It's not using every single key here that you have to do manually within like how many different scales here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6. Oh no, we got all of them. So instead of doing this manually, you could just set it across one scale here, be like, hey, and it applies for every one of them. So, you can see it's still analyzing on the same little steps here instead of going an octave up or down like it was on artist. Nice. Let's talk about features now. Is there added features? There's a whole 1 added feature that I could see and a whole 2 that they removed. Huh? 2 features are removed as far as I could see in AutoTune 26. And if you are from Antares watching this, please enlighten us all in the comments down below if I am mistaken. Auto key listen. This is a built-in auto key function to be like, hey, you're in this scale. Use that. Whereas with AutoTune Artist, you don't have that option. You would have to actually use the plugin that they created later on called Auto Key. With Artist and other AutoTune plugins, you use Auto Key. You'd be like, hey, I want to listen to how I sound in the pitch. Or you could send in your own MP3 file. And it'll analyze it and be like, hey, you're in this scale. Manual is pretty dumb because why are you... why? What's the point? Now, what happened to the natural vibrato? That's a good question. You guys down at Antares, could you please answer what happened to the natural vibrato? As well as what happened to the format knob. You see we have the format here on the AutoTune Artist. AutoTune Artist, you can see we have the format knob there. We don't have it over here. We have the detune knob, which is the same thing over here, but why would we need that if there's no format? Where's the format knob? Where's the format? I clicked everywhere. We still do have the classic mode, which just pretty much says, hey, turn off the flex tune. And you can't transpose. Oh, that's another thing. Where's the transpose option, guys? So it's definitely a question of why did they exclude or remove these options? The format, the transpose, the natural vibrato. So if you're an owner of AutoTune Artist, the perpetual license, you're like, should I really get it? It's missing features. Let's jump into how it sounds. Here's an old project that I have, but if I hit play,
hey, spending like a millionaire. Debt is piling up, but you don't even care.
You can see there is musical notes in my vocals. I'm going to go to a more melodic part right here.
Eat outside, party, y'all getting down, you know what's up.
Salt. Cut off the delay for now. So I pretty much copied the same numbers here. Natural vibrato was 3.5, but I changed it to 0 for this example. Everything is the same. I'm going to go ahead and hit play and we'll listen to it.
Eat outside, party, y'all getting down, you know what's up. Pour up shots, make it rain, speaker banging off the brain. Get that chain, you the main, don't worry, today's your pay. Eat outside, party, y'all. Eat outside, party, y'all. Eat outside, party, y'all. Eat outside, party, y'all. Eat outside, party up, getting down, you know what's up. Pour up shots, make it rain, speaker banging off the brain.
I don't know if you could tell, but I could tell there is a clear difference in a good side for 2026 compared to AutoTune Artist. AutoTune 2026 gives a little bit more human saturation feel to the voice, whereas with AutoTune Artist, it sounds a little bit more robotic in the sense of flatter. Is that the right word to say? It feels flatter. This kind of reminds me when I had the Rode NT1 microphone and compared it with the Neuman TLM 103. There's such a slight difference that the average person wouldn't be able to tell, but there is a huge difference if you know how to listen. Let me know what you guys and girls think and which one would you prefer. Also, is it worth the upgrade? It definitely, like I said with this microphone, there is such a difference that experienced listeners would be like, yeah, this is the switch. I would jump to it. So yes, thank you for watching. It's your boy Justin Omoe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I'm out. Please have yourselves a damn good one.